Elegy for the H10 White Suites, or How a 4-Star Hotel Stole My Summer and My Sanity. Oh, my darlings, gather close, let me tell you the tragic ballad of the H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca, a place where dreams go to die under the weight of their own false advertising. Picture it, me, a delicate flower of refined taste, and, let us be honest, insane expectations, stepping into what was promised as a boutique soutier phrase that, in hindsight, should have been written in blood-red ink with a disclaimer. LOL, just kidding. The room, or the prison cell with AC issues. The suite was a shoebox dressed in IKEA's clearance bin rejects a sad little cube with walls so thin, I could hear my neighbour's existential crisis through them. The air conditioning, a temperamental diva blowing hot air like a scorned lover 1 minute and giving up entirely the next. And the smell, a bouquet of damp towels and regret, but the piece de resistance, the pool view. Darling, it was a construction site view. Men with hammers at 7 a.m, serenading me into wakefulness like some twisted alarm clock from hell. And when I complained, it's in the fine print. Ah yes, the fine print, that last refuge of scoundrels and hotel managers who know they've scammed you. The sunbed wars, a saga of greed and towel tyranny. The pool area, sweet summer children, where do I begin? The sunbeds were mythical creatures, vanishing before dawn under a plague of towel reservists, those monsters who drape their linens at 6 a.m. and vanish until noon. The hotel claims this is forbidden. Lies, the staff, complicit. I, a law-abiding citizen, was forced to pay for a sunbed on the beach extra, despite being all-inclusive. The injustice, the betrayal, and the pools, 2 sad puddles masquerading as lagoon-like. The ladders, death traps. Slippery as a politician's promise, nearly sending me into the water like a discarded rag doll. The food, or how to ruin a human's will to live, the bamboo restauranto god. The food was either lukewarm disappointment or industrial slop dressed in fancy plating. The flavors, non-existent. The textures, punishment. Imagine chewing on cardboard that's been lightly wept upon by a depressed chef. And the queuest lines longer than my list of grievances, with staff stretched thinner than the hotel's credibility. All-inclusive, more like all-exhausting. The toilet debacle, a crime against humanity, but the true villainy. The toilet tyranny. Not once, not twice, but multiple poor souls. Some not even guests were denied basic human dignity when they dared ask to use the restroom. A child was turned away. A child. What kind of soulless ghoul denies a 5-year-old the right to pee? The Princess Yeazer next door. Angels, they understood. The H10, monsters. The sub-director, or the man who admitted to scamming me and smiled, and then the final nail in the coffin, the sub-director. A man who looked me in the eye, admitted the booking conditions were changed after payment, acknowledged it was unfair, and then said with a straight face, "But I won't do anything about it."
The area surrounding the H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca, is disappointing. Not the kind of disappointing where you sigh and move on. No, this is the kind that lingers, like a bad aftertaste from a meal you already regret ordering. The businesses here suffer from a chronic case of neglect, inflated prices, and service so indifferent it borders on performance art. If you're staying here, manage your expectations, or better yet, lower them. Let's start with shopping. The Rubicon Shopping Center is less a bustling marketplace and more a graveyard of missed opportunities. Shops sit abandoned, their windows dark like unblinking eyes judging your poor life choices for coming here. What few stores remain open peddle overpriced, low-quality goods. Think knockoff belts at luxury prices, clothes that look like they've been rejected by even the discount racks. The whole place feels like it's clinging to relevance by a thread, with bathrooms that smell like regret and a general aura of abandonment. And if you think leaving will be easy, think again. Taxis are as scarce as enthusiasm from the staff. Then there's Hotel Livo Volcan Lanzarote, a place that bills itself as luxury but delivers something closer to a fever dream of mediocrity. The rooms, falling apart, literally. Sockets dangle from walls like they're trying to escape, paint peels like sunburnt skin, and the air conditioning seems to operate on a mood-based system, working only when it feels like it. The food, a tragic comedy. Breakfast features unripe tomatoes and cucumbers so old they've developed personalities, while buffets serve mystery meats with zero allergen labeling. And the spa, more like a sad puddle with peeling ceilings and a steam room that's permanently out of order. But the real scandal, the hotel's treatment of stray cats, refusing to let volunteers feed them. Classy, hungry, don't be. Spice Fusion offers an Indian dining experience so lackluster, You'll wonder if the chef has ever tasted spice. Dishes arrive simultaneously, starters, mains, all at once, like the kitchen just gave up. Hair in the food, common. Flavor, absent, and if you dare complain, prepare for a reaction so hostile, you'd think you insulted the chef's ancestors. One couple even reported a physical altercation over a bad lamb korma. Let that sink in, violence over dry meat. If you're craving something lighter, cafeteria simple natural is anything but. Their homemade burgers taste like regret, their gluten-free bread is a lie cross-contaminated in a shared toaster, and their coffee, sour enough to pucker your soul. The staff treat requests like personal insults, and the prices, designed for tourists who don't know better. For a cocktail with a side of despair, jungle vibes at the marina delivers. Empty tables, yet inexplicable waits. Wrong orders met with shrugs. A mojito arrives spiked with alcohol despite explicit requests, because nothing says relaxing vacation like accidentally day drinking. Their famed chicken burger, a frozen puck in a stale bun, served with the enthusiasm of a tax auditor. And then there's the Irish Anvil Bar, where the only Irish thing is the name. Want coffee? Too bad, unless it's Irish alcoholic, obviously. Staff ignore you unless you're actively waving cash. One guest left with paint-stained clothes after unknowingly sitting on a freshly varnished booth. Another had their card cloned minutes after paying. Coincidence? Probably not. So what's the takeaway? The businesses near H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca, are a masterclass in disappointment. Overpriced, understaffed, and often just broken. If you must venture out, bring patience, lower expectations, and maybe a packed lunch. Or better yet, stay at the hotel. At least there, the only thing getting ripped off is the wallpaper.
I was looking into scams near H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca, and well, it's not great. Like, tourists just want to relax, right? But some businesses here, they just take advantage. First, restaurants near H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca. Oh my god. Some of them, they just add extra stuff to your bill. Like, you order tapas, and suddenly, there's wine you never asked for, or some fancy bread that wasn't tea-free. And when you complain, they act like you forgot. I bet the tourist just paid, too tired to argue. And the waiter probably did it to 10 other people that week. Us. Then these little souvenir shops, like the ones right by H10 White Suites, Playa Blanca. Some of them, they sell you fake brand stuff like, oh, this bag is totally